You claim humanity causes the destruction of the galaxy. How can this be? Earth is surrounded by an alien armada. Our allies lie in ruins. Their worlds ravaged. I don't see how we could be the great threat in the universe.
There is a crusade coming. A crusade led by humans. And with it, the end of all things.
Thanks for participating in the Galactic Civilizations III alpha test. Just remember that any lack of fun is working as intended. This is for testing and feedback purposes only. Any confusion of this alpha test with a finished fun product will only lead to tragedy. We desperately want to hear what you think, so please do give us a piece of your mind on the Stardock or Steam forums.
Hello and welcome to Galactic Civilizations III Alpha Release Playthrough. My name is Alfapiomega and I will be delighted to be your host. Now, if you don't know what Galactic Civilizations III is, let me just quickly describe it in a few words. This game is a third installment in a 4X turn-based strategy game series that was, by some, seen as the best turn-based 4X game ever made, and that, until today, is one of the series that I am deeply in love with. The game, like many others, allows you to take control of one of the spacefaring races in their quest for control of the galaxy of your choice, and fight, trade, or negotiate your way towards a complete dominance. What always made it special though is the depth, level of immersion, stunningly good AI, and concepts that were quickly copied across the entire genre. Now, as I mentioned, this copy is an extremely early build. The developers announced that the game is currently still around a year away from the release, so bear this in mind when watching this playthrough. A lot of content is still missing and there may be some bugs, but I intend to present it as it is now and then bring you a review after every major update of the game, so that you know how the game progresses. So far, the announcements from the developers have been more than bold. The already one of the best AIs that was in Galactic Civilizations II is supposed to get a complete overhaul and will use an entirely new way of learning and adapting its strategy against the human player. The randomly generated galaxies should be bigger, better, and richer, battles should be more fun, and the story of the game should take another leap forward. By the way, if you are not familiar with the main story of the Galactic Civilizations II, I suggest that you go back and play through the various campaigns. They have some impressive storytelling there. So, I'm sure that after this brief intro, you are looking forward to the real game. So let's look at the menus. So, in this alpha, we have only 4 races. We have the Terran Alliance. The humans recently joined the Interstellar Club with the invention of hyperdrive. They are the diplomats and traders of the galaxy. Though a bit impulsive, they are tougher than they look. Their abilities include productive, plus 1, total manufacturing plus 15%, influential plus 2, their influence is plus 25%, their traders, their trade route value is plus 15%, their adventuresome, ship range plus 15, well, I wasn't expecting that, resilient plus 2, strategic repair plus 25%, they're fast, which gives them a move capacity plus 1, and organized, which gives a logistic bonus of plus 5. Their technologies, their starting technologies are engineering, civil, colonization, drive systems, weapon systems, and defense systems. Their homeworld is Earth, and leader is D.L. Bradley. No idea who that guy is, but he seems to be a cool guy. Now the Drengin. The Drengin are the scourge of the universe. If you probably, well, you probably can guess that from the picture itself, but if you played Galactic Civilizations 1 and 2, these are old friends or enemies, depending on which side of the barrier you were standing. Their homeworld is Drengi, and their leader is Lord Kona, which is, I believe, the same guy that's in Galactic Civilizations 2. Drengin Empire. The Drengin are cruel, evil race bent on exterminating and enslaving all those in their path. Abilities, tough, plus 20% on their hit points capacity. They are brutal, so jeering plus 25%. That's basically land battles and land conquest of planets. Courageous plus 1, planetary defense plus 15%. They're fast, plus 1 moves capacity. Is that the same? Yes, humans are fast as well, and they're organized. Logistic capacity plus 5. Their technologies are engineering, civil, colonization, drive systems, weapon systems, and defense systems. Yes, I have a feeling that this is the same for every single race. No, it's not, actually. Iridium Corporation has a difference. So there are many things that are missing from this alpha build. Mainly it's diplomacy, but of course technology tree is not finished, and there are some other parts of the game that are not included at all, but they will be added as the development progresses. Altarian resistance. The Altarians look exactly like Terrans due to bizarre circumstances that are still not fully understood. Their abilities, clever plus 2, total research points plus 20%. They're influential, influence plus 25%. Wealth is plus 20%, organized and fast, but their moves is plus 2 compared to Drengin and Terran Alliance. Their homeworld is Altaria, their leader is Akari Malara. Oh, this somehow reminds me of Babylon 5. Technologies are the same as the other races. An Iridium Corporation. The Iridium are an ultra-capitalistic civilization led by multi-planet corporations. They are always striving to expand their markets by any means, specializing in economical and cultural growth. Their homeworld is Iridia, and leader is Herondit Gaul, or Gaul, no idea how this is supposed to be pronounced. They're productive, which gives them a manufacturing bonus, clever, which gives them a research bonus, economical, wealth plus 20%, influence plus 15, they have logistics bonus as well. They're traders, which gives them trade with value 25%. Who's the traders? Yes, humans get plus 15 because they only want plus 1. Adventuresome, ship range plus 25%. I believe humans are adventuresome as well. Yes, but less than Iridium Corporation. So let's progress to the next menu. Here we can set our galaxy. Galaxy type. What do we have here? We have just tiny and small. So as this is a first look on the game, I'm gonna go with tiny, just to see what this game is like. And type is, well, only option is random. That's okay. Now galaxy options, we can customize it. Star frequency occasional, yes, there's nothing we can change here. Black hole frequency and resource frequency is completely missing from the first build. Victory conditions are only conquest. As I mentioned, there's no diplomacy yet. We have game settings. Galaxy difficulty normal, game pacing normal, research rate normal, and pirates none. They are coming soon. Opponents, yes, we can have how many? Selected opponents, available opponents. Can we add all of them? Yes, we can have all 4 of them in the game. Cool. And we can now go and start the game. Allow me to welcome you to the strategic map. Now, there are many changes in the game from the Galactic Civilizations II. It was some time in between these two, so it's not a real surprise. Overall though, this feels very familiar. If you look at the colors, if you look at the resources, the research, the map, things are familiar. Now this is our main planet, Iridia. Iridia is producing 6.3 production, 4.5 research, and 5.7 net, 5.7, well, basically currency. I'm not sure what this is called, to be honest. I've never really investigated that. We have some 10 billion people there, and can we... Yes, we can manage it. This again feels very familiar. Familiar is a word I will be using a lot. Now, colony management was a big part of Galactic Civilizations II, and as I was following the discussions on the forums, Stardock forums that is, they decided to leave all the good things in and eliminate all the bad things. So you can see that we can build basic factories, research laboratory, embassy, market center, and a couple of ships. Now, each building is placed on a certain hex on the map that is generated according to the type of the planet. Now, some tiles are, say, average, but some tiles provide extra bonuses. Like these prairie lands have geothermal springs which which give +2 level to manufacturing improvements and the same to population improvements. So if we build a basic factory here, it will have a massive boost to its production. So that's exactly what we're gonna do. We're going to build a factory here, and we are then going to build another one here and another one here, because factories are very important. I think that is enough for now, and let's look on the planets in our system. Now this is obviously the Sun, Iridie, and then we have Gold, which is a gas giant, and a habitable planet called Valus. Yes, this is gas giant. This is a habitable planet. If this works exactly as I think, yes. If you notice in the upper right corner of the planetary menu, there's 12. Here's 5 and here's 0. This is the amount of available slots on the map. So, for example, this is a very valuable planet. It has 12. This one, however, has only 5, because even on the star map, or the strategy map, you can see that this is a much bigger planet, and this one will probably not be that big, or that, well, I'm not sure how to, well, Iridia-like. I wanted to say Earth-like, but, we have Iridia, so let's go with that. Let's go with a colony ship here and colonize the planet. Come on. Ah, right click. Okay, my bad. I'm so used to left clicking from Warhawk 2. Let's colonize the planet. And that's why Alpha clicks on no. Okay, we have a colonization event. Event is another part of the game. Events played a huge role in Galactic Civilizations 2, and I'm very happy to say that they intend on only building up on that. So there will be more, and hopefully even better events. Our scouts report that significant portions of the planet are inhabited by a sentient pod-like creature. These pods bond with other sentient life. Those who are bonded by these pods experience significant physical pain at all times, but have heightened intelligence. What are your orders? So we can either keep our people away from these things. No one should have to live in agony. That gives +10 to benevolent, which is something like our orientation. We can be merciless, benevolent, or pragmatic. We can encourage our people to make use of these pods, but don't force anyone. +10 pragmatic and +25% research. And we have a third option, excellent. Require all colonists to be introduced to these pods. +10 merciless, but 50% research on the planet. You know what, we're gonna go with pragmatic. It seems like a good choice. And here we can see another map of the planet, this time of the planet Valus. We have the geothermal springs as well, but then we have mineral rich, which gives +3 level to wealth improvements and +2 level to research improvements. And the epic vistas and snow-capped peaks are unsuitable for many improvements, but such regions are often packed with valuable ores, so they also give +1 level to wealth improvements, so these are definitely worth for market center, which I think would be a good idea to build here. We also have a prairie land, so let's build a basic factory here to utilize that. We can then plan a research laboratory here, and then we can build 2 markets. Well, let's not do that one. Let's start with this one, and then, no, not a starport, build a market center here. Starport is one building I haven't talked about. This is the one that gives military, well, this one is classified as military improvement, and is the one that allows us to build ships like we can on Iridia. We haven't really talked about ships yet, so it seems like we have 3 types of ships only at this point. We have colony ship, we have a constructor, and we have a scout. Each takes a different amount of time to build, but well, I don't really think it's necessary to talk about the colony ship, as you obviously already seen what it does. Scout, again, pretty self-explanatory, but the constructor is a special ship that was used to build. It was consumed in Galactic Civilizations II, and instead of a constructor you had a starbase, and starbase gave certain bonuses or defenses to the spot where it was built. Later on they gave bonuses to ships and stuff like that. So I have to admit that I don't know how this works in Galactic Civilizations 3. There was a lot of discussion about that, and I kinda don't know what they came up with. So later on we are going to go with these. Okay, let's send our scout somewhere so that we can see what is going on. Okay, in one turn it can move around here. Dust Cloud moves halved and accuracy halved. Well, this is new. Nice. What do asteroids do? Not much. Okay. Survey ship. Survey ship is a ship that is capable as scouting. Well, that's pretty much any ship is capable of scouting, but survey ships were also able to collect things like well, basically they can go and search and use anomalies that are scattered around the map. We haven't seen any yet, but I believe that there are some here. So the only thing I haven't talked about yet is technology. Now, the technology tree in Galactic Civilizations II was extremely huge, and I very rarely made it all the way through. I'm happy to say that, again, the research will be polished and improved upon in Galactic Civilizations III. Now, already this is pretty cool. We have technologies divided into engineering, civil, weapons, and defenses. I think we'll start with engineering, though we will quite sure have to switch to weapons soon. Beam weapons, missile weapons, kinetic weapons, stellar marines, and planetary invasion, all taking very long. Okay, pure research. The collection of knowledge for its own sake is a short path to galactic irrelevancy. Let us not be seduced by theoretical advances that do little to enhance our real capabilities. This one unlocks a Starbase module, Starbase laboratory. Nice. I'm already liking the sound of that. And leads to low maintenance laboratories, lab construction, high efficient laboratories, sorry, and xenomedicine. Then we have environmental engineering, interstellar craft, drive system specialization, and sensor systems. You know what? Let's start with these two, aerosol enrichment. Interesting. I'm gonna talk about this later on, but for now, let's go with pure research. That one will take only a few turns to finish, and will be a good starting tech. Now, okay, we went through the user interface, we went through the races. I think I was so in haste that I even forgot to say that we are going to play as Iridians, and we pretty much covered all the basics. So I am now going to end this episode and go upload it. And I guess that's all for part 1. So if you liked it, be sure to let me know in the comments. I will be happy to bring more of this, because this Galactic Civilizations 2 were one of my favorite games, and this one will most definitely become a worthy successor. So if you liked it, let me know, comment, like, or subscribe, whatever you wish. Until later, all the best from me. You guys take care, and see you around the next episode.